All right. Hi, friends. Thank you guys so much for jumping on tonight. Appreciate you spending some of your day and time with us. I am a big believer in like time is the greatest gift you can give because it's something you can never get back. And so we want to respect your time. So first of all, we're going to try and make this as short and sweet as possible. We want to give you as much as we can in a short amount of time. And I will probably talk fast the whole time because that's just what I do. And thank you for blessing us with your time here. My name is Michelle Rose. As it says, I always like to point out the fact that it says my name in case you forgot. I am going to share just a snippet about my story with you, and then we've got a couple incredible women that are going to share their powerful story as well. So, I always like to say, like, don't judge a book by its cover because I was that book that if you judged it, you'd be like, she's great, she's healthy. Not so much. The story was I was dying on the inside and I put a smile on my face and faked it till I made it. I have always struggled with various different health issues. Um, very the things, allergies, asthma, acne, chronic hair loss, insomnia, fatigue like trudging through the mud fatigue, not like that normal like I'm tired. No, like I couldn't get off the couch. Anxiety, depression. I was diagnosed with a digestion autoimmune disorder when I was 15, and that's been the biggest thing to rock my world. That's been one of my biggest struggles is my digestion. And so what led me on this path, on this journey to gut health and healing, because I was diagnosed with my autoimmune at 15. So I had lots of years of struggling with it. That unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depends on how you want to look at it, wasn't yesterday. It was a couple years ago. And so I had always had this deep rooted thought and feeling that there was a reason for all of these things that it just kept getting worse. I kept getting sicker and sicker and sicker, no matter how healthy I lived. I've spent my life as an athlete really into like nutrition and healthy living and all the things. And I was not thriving in my life in a healthy way. And I was like, what else can I do? Like I'm doing all the things. And I was supplementing at the time as well. And I realized it's not the right thing. So when I started learning about gut health and root healing, the light bulb went on, and I swear, like the clouds opened, the angels started singing, and it was just like that. This is it. All the things I'm dealing with, like check, 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 gut health, check, 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 check. And so I jumped in, and I was like, I got to do this. Let's go for it. And it was not an overnight thing in any way, shape, or form. I'm here 7 years later, still working on healing, but I have like 20 years of, well, really an entire life. I'm not 20 years old to heal from. So I have completely 180'd my life. So many of these things are not even a part of my life anymore, but there are little things like I do still have an autoimmune disorder that I have some struggles with from time to time. So, it is not a quick fix, but when it comes to like the 10 meds that I was on where I just kept getting sicker, I have turned that around where I'm on 0 meds and I'm getting healthier and healthier and healthier by the day. So it's changed my life in the most incredible ways, and I'm so thankful. Because I opened up my mouth and shared. These other ladies are going to do the same thing today. Kayla, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm excited to hear.
All right. So I also struggle with the autoimmune disorder. It's where my good blood cells attack my healthy blood cells. I will have chronic GI issues, bloated irregularity, and was always like in discomfort. It also affects like my joints. I break out with ulcers and stuff if I don't keep my stress under control. So now with like the taking the supplements and stuff, like I really haven't had a lot of my discomforts. Um yeah, I have more energy and everything else with the kids to keep up with them as well. So it's kind of made a life turning effect on me.
Your story is so similar to mine. with the autoimmune and the energy. It's different, but it's also like super similar because you have struggled with a lot of the same things as I have.
Yeah.
And we've also like very much felt the shame, like the mom shame with
Not being
struggling
able to
with
get
our
off the
health.
couch
Yeah,
and be with
momming
the
from the
kids.
couch
Yep.
way too much.
Yes.
Yes. Valerie.
So I'm a little bit different. I didn't have any sort of per se disorders or anything. Like, which is great that it can help so many people across so many different spectrums. I just always kind of struggled with just regular GI issues and just not feeling healthy and bloated and gross and tired and stuff like that all the time. And then I had kids, which made all of those things twice as hard. And then about like 9 or so years ago, I had to have my gallbladder out. And while for the most part that hasn't really bothered me, um, it would just randomly flare up and act out in the sense that like I would eat lunch and I'd think I'd be fine, and then I'd go back to my classroom because I'm a teacher, and all of a sudden my stomach was like dying, and I was like, I can't just leave these kids in a classroom, but I have to go find a bathroom like right now, which is TMI, but like that's how it was. And so I was looking for something that would help with that, and it was actually another teacher who introduced me to Michelle, um, who they were friends, and she told me about what she was doing. And so I started taking the vitamins, which helped immensely. In fact, I gained 45 pounds with my first pregnancy. It's still struggling to get rid of it, but with my second one, I walked out of the hospital like 5 pounds over what I had weighed before I got pregnant. And I took my, I had my pink drink and my vitamins through the whole thing, and I think I only gained like 19 pounds total. So a drastic difference just in the overall health, and like the amount of energy I had while I was pregnant was really helpful, because I had a toddler at the time. And so, and then, so that was all really, really great. And then I don't know about what, I got back into it just a couple months ago. I'd actually had to, I think probably at the beginning of the summer, middle of last year, my husband lost his job due to COVID, and he just hasn't been able to find work, unfortunately. And so we had to like really cut back on everything. And so I was like, well, while I really love the vitamins, like I don't know how much they're actually doing for me. Like I really like them. I think they feel good, but I didn't have like these crazy underlying issues that were like magically fixed, kind of thing. And so I quit taking them, and like really quickly I like gained 10 pounds, like back really fast. And I was stressed all the time, and just I went back to having a lot of stomach issues. And I was like, okay, so obviously these were doing way more for me than I thought they were. And so I finally was able to get back on them, because like I could really see how much of a difference not being on them, like having been on them and then having like being like, because I think sometimes you read all these stories and people are like, well, I don't know if that's me, like I don't have all these issues, but you don't realize how much they're actually capable of doing for you, even though you may not feel like you have those things.
I love that. So I get messages all the time where people like ran out for a couple of weeks or, whatever. And then they're like when Valerie was like, I need back. I was like, oh, honey, what happened? It's like, sometimes I love it when people take those breaks and they realize, oh my gosh, I am feeling so much better. Look at how much this is helping me and actually truly changing my life. So I was so excited when I heard from you, and I was like, let's help you.
Now I just make my vitamins pay for themselves.
Exactly. I was actually just going to talk about that. First, I'm going to cover, just so you guys can kind of see a little bit about like what kind of products we do offer, a whole handful of products, but kind of the base. This is what I started with 7 years ago, and all of us use this as a kind of the base of our health and our energy and our well-being. It really covers the root of gut health. So it's 3 products. It's super simple. None of us have time for complicated. So simple, yes, please. 3 simple products. This is the pink drink, as everyone calls it. It's actually called Slim. You just mix this into your water and drink it once a day, and you can drink it anytime you want. Simple. You can do it first thing in the morning. You can do it in the afternoon, whenever you want. Some people drink it before dinner because they have a tendency to eat all the things late at night. This helps balance your blood sugar. Blood sugar is your master hormone. It affects literally every system of your body. So you're going to notice differences in your digestion, your energy, your mood, your cravings, your sleep, your immune system, all of the things. This like helps keep my children alive, literally. So if you're a mom, it's great. And then 2 little capsule products. These can be just taken once a day, or you can break it up into like, I take this morning and night personally. And then I take this one. This is our probiotic at bedtime. So the Bio Cleanse, this is incredible. The main ingredient in here is something that 90% of the population is deficient in. It is an essential mineral for 300 different processes of your body. And 90% of people are deficient in it. So what it can do, 300 different things, you guys. But one of the main things is this is going to help regulate your digestion. It's going to help keep your bowel movements running tip-top shape. It's called Bio Cleanse. It is not designed to make you sit in the bathroom or run to the bathroom, any of that. It regulates you. So you're going regularly, normal bowel movements. Okay. But it also can help with so many things like muscle contraction, energy. Digestion's a big part of it. I will say that. Like I said, 300 things this can help with, because over 300 processes of our body. ProBio 5 is our probiotic. This is what sold me. I always like to joke that bacteria sold me on this company. It truly did. I was one of those people. I'm like, I have an autoimmune digestion disorder. I need probiotics. So I would go to the store and I was researching probiotics like crazy, trying to find the best ones, the ones that work. Almost every single month I bought a new one because nothing was helping. I never felt a difference. I was buying the $60 refrigerated ones, the unrefrigerated ones, the like 20 billion CFUs, all of the things. Nothing was working. In like 2 weeks, I started feeling a difference with this one. And that was like, sold. What else do we got? It was cheaper. It was working, all of the things. And so I was all in there. This is really, really cool because it's a 3-in-1. It has your probiotics, it has your digestive enzymes, and it has the yeast overgrowth killer. Almost all of us have this cool thing called Candida. And well, what that Candida is it's yeast, and yeast, we're born with it because it decomposes our bodies when we die. We're supposed to have it. We're supposed to have a very, very low level of it. Candida is a yeast overgrowth. So we have too much of it. And if you think about why we have the yeast to begin with, think about what happens when there's too much. The easiest way to put it is it's trying to decompose your body while you're alive. The health issues that come with it, laundry list, things you don't want. And so many of them I was dealing with. A huge one that I see is like sugar cravings and exhaustion. That's a huge sign of Candida. Huge. That's also a huge sign of blood sugar issues, by the way. If you are crashing at 3 o'clock or in the afternoon every day, it's a blood sugar issue. And that's what this does. So these guys come in and really tackle all those underlying things to help your immune system be strong, your digestion, your energy, your mood, mental clarity, all of the things. So that's our little base. I wanted to let everyone know here real quick. Because you guys jumped on here, we are doing a $50 gift card giveaway. We have a couple of these calls happening over, like there's one more tonight and there's one more tomorrow. we're going to be giving a $50, not actually, it's cash. It's not a gift card. It's cash. We're giving away $50 just for joining us. And you can also have an extra entry. If you come back and bring a guest, you get an entry for every guest that you bring. So you can literally like have 50, you bring 50 guests, you're probably going to win the $50. Let's just say. But you can come back tonight at 8:00. We have another call. And then we also have a call tomorrow at 5:30 as well. So come back, bring a guest, get entered into that $50 drawing. And this is also like Valerie was talking about, like her husband lost his job. They're struggling to find another one, make ends meet. She said, my vitamins are paying for themselves. That is exactly what, like, this is one of those cool things where you can invite your friend to jump on. Your friend decides to order with you. And not only can you win $50, but you get a nice little kickback. And if you have 3 people get started with you, you make $300. That $300 is going to pay for months of your products. So you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay for it. Valerie also just got another little bonus because she had 10 friends. She has a total of 10 people hanging out with her. So she just got another bonus. And so she's not having to figure out, how am I going to pay for this stuff? I need it. How do I cover it? It's simple. You just share it, you put a post up, you invite someone to come to this call with you. Products are paid for, done. And I know when I started, I had that, we are literally living credit card bill to credit card bill because our paychecks aren't even covering our bills right now. But I really need this. How am I going to do it? And my husband's saying is always, we'll figure it out. And I was like, cool, we'll figure it out. I'm going to have to do more than just figure it out. So I was like, I'm going to start telling people about what I'm doing and get my products paid for. That was us, you guys, figuring it out. He just walked out of the room so I can talk crap about him. He's great. I love him. So that's what I want to share. Does anybody have any questions for us before we let you go? No. Okay, cool. Kayla, Valerie, thank you so much for sharing your stories. I super appreciate you guys getting on. And other people need to hear that. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.